house. The both of them will drink and talk for many hours and listening to music, but Stephen will eventually say he has to leave, but Jeffrey, he asked him not to go. This is when Jeffrey says he will bludgeon Stephen to death with a 10-pound dumbbell. Stephen is now deceased, and Jeffrey will take advantage of his body. But since Jeffrey has the house to himself for a few days, he will keep Stephen and put him in his bed that night and sleep next to him. The next day, Jeffrey said he would dissect the body, bury it in the backyard. A few weeks later, dig it up, cut it up, the parts that he had cut up, trying to dissolve them in acid. What's left of the bones, he will break them up in the backyard and scatter them. This is the first murder of Jeffrey Dahmer. It will be a telltale sign of everything to come for the next 16. Going back to 1990, Jeffrey is in his brand new apartment. It's fresh, it's clean, it's ready to be lived in. But in the first 3 weeks of Jeffrey moving into his new apartment, he will purchase a Polaroid camera, making sure he buys the one that develops the film at home for obvious reasons. This camera will be the single big key point of evidence when Jeffrey is finally caught. In the same 3 weeks of Jeffrey being in his apartment, Jeffrey's not so much concerned of filling his apartment with luxurious things, new furniture, trinkets. Jeffrey knows exactly what he will be doing in his apartment. He's been waiting for this moment. Everything is premeditated at this point. He will buy saws, knives, acid, a drum to put bodies in, big pots for boiling large objects. He knows exactly what he's going to do to whoever he can get to walk through the door of apartment 213. Jeffrey would also have a job that would allow him to buy these things and afford his apartment. He took a job on third shift, working in a chocolate factory. In 1989, he was convicted of assaulting a minor, but he would keep his job through a work release program. But in no time, he will start hunting for his next victim. This is when Jeffrey's killing spree really takes off. He will find someone and murder them almost every 60 days, and towards the end, it will pick up at an even faster rate. But like most serial killers, becoming more sloppy, more undone,